Hey guys, Survival Mouse. So what I wanted to do today is talk about one of my kayaks. So this is the Perception Pescador Pilot pedal. Perception Pilot is what most people call it, but it's the pedal drive. So this is the propeller style. So I'll show you real quick. Hopefully I'm in frame here. That's about how loud it gets. Not real loud, but as you can see, it'll go pretty quick. Got some weight going on behind me. To reverse it, you just pedal backwards. There is no buttons, switches, any any sort of cord or anything like that. Now I do have a Hobie. So the Mirage drive versus a propeller drive. So let me talk about the rest of the boat, and then we'll get to that. So I've done a few things to this boat. So as you can see, today I'm out fishing. So I've got a cooler on here. It's got two hatches that I absolutely love. I did have a little box velcroed there, but I've moved it since then. One of the best modifications I've made to this thing is I went to Academy and I bought these little caddies, I guess you'd call them. I don't really know what they're called, but let's say I pull out, I decide I need to change baits. I can either toss it in there, or there's these little hook spots on the side and it'll hook onto those. So throughout the day while I'm fishing, I constantly use these right here. Also, next to the seat here fits these Plano boxes, these 3700 sizes that you use a lot. So on both sides of my seat, as you can see, I've got those. So whatever I'm going to use the most will probably go either in one of these boxes here, or it'll go in one of these caddies. So I've also got an anchor system on the side here, and then in the back, as you can see, I've got a crate, bunch of rods, different whatever bait I think I'm going to throw for the day. And then you can see back there at the very back is the two handles and the propeller system, so the rudder system, I'm sorry. I can bring up the rudder just from the side here. I can toss in the anchor, and then I can anchor it down, and I have an anchor trolley. Now a few things I would do different is I would definitely mount this anchor trolley a little bit lower. It always pops up over the side here. But it's also got some gear tracks right here and right here that you can see I've also mounted some poles to. Now one of the things I like most about this boat is the fact that I can stand up in it. I can stand up comfortably in this. It's super stable. I cast from the standing position all the time. I'm going to rock it back and forth, show you how stable it is. So if I want to just put both feet on one side of the boat here, I can just lean over, put both feet on the side of the boat, on one side of the boat. So I do that whenever I need to use the bathroom or something. But I've gotten smart, started carrying a bottle in here so I don't have to stand up and, some kids are out here or anything like that. I don't want to have to do all that, so I just go in a bottle. But another really good thing about this, the reason I like kayak fishing, is because, for instance, the fish are on bed right now. I can get where a bass boat really can't get. They might be able to get up in here about right here, but it gets so shallow right there. All the fish are back there right now. So with a kayak, I can do that. All I got to do if I want to, if it's so low that this propeller will touch, is just fold this propeller under. No big deal. Then I can just use a paddle like a normal kayak. Now, some downsides with this one is one of the biggest downsides to this one would be the propeller style system. It's a good thing. I like it, but I do have to admit I like the Mirage system more. However, this is the boat that I like more because the design of this boat I feel is better than the Hobie that I have. I don't have a PA or anything. It's an old Outback. It's a two-person kayak. So when I want to go fishing, this is usually the one I'll take. If I need to, I can just fold up the propeller if it's so shallow, and then I can just fish like I would normally fish with a normal kayak. So the benefit to the Mirage system, that paddle style system, is you don't have to fold it up or anything. When you get really shallow, you just barely kick, and you can still move across this deep of water. I mean, that's one of the best things about it. However, for everything else, I like the propeller system better. If for shallow water, I like the Hobie, which is generally what you're using a kayak for. So if I could have this boat with the Hobie system, that'd be perfect. But I'm not complaining. This is a really good boat, especially for the price. This is one of the cheaper ones you can get onto the market with. The Hobie kayak that I have, I didn't pay that much for it, but it's a $6,000 boat. I'm not paying $6,000 for a kayak. Whereas this one was, I think I got it on sale for like $1,400, $1,500. That's a big difference. So let me get up out from back here. I'm drifting into some trees here. But anytime you want to go kayak fishing, you know, that's something you got to think about. Is another thing about this is the seat on this thing is so comfortable. I can sit in this seat all day long, fish all day long. I'm not going to be uncomfortable. I got a cooler with me. I got my drinks. I got a little bottle to pee in. You really don't have to get up out of this seat. It's so comfortable. So, all right, that's my my review. I've had this over a year now. As you can see, it's completely dirty. I've had it, you know, taken it out plenty of times. So overall, you know, after at least a year of using this thing, this is definitely a worthwhile boat, worth the money. Would not regret this purchase at all. Love it. I take it out constantly. I will say it is a little bit of a heavy boat. Kind of difficult for one person to put on a vehicle by themselves. Can be done. I have done it, but it's way easier for two people. If you have a trailer, even better. I have a car with a rack on the top. This is a pretty heavy boat, especially if all the gear and stuff was in it. There's no way I'd be able to pick it up by myself. But two people, it's doable. So that's how I got here today on the car. So, all right, I'm gonna go fish. Thanks for watching.